energetic, slightly awestruck. SpaceX reached a historic milestone this morning. They successfully deployed 20 satellites and then brought the Starship upper stage back to the launch site, catching it intact for the first time. It is a significant technical achievement. And yet, the market response was cold. SpaceX shares dropped 2.7% following the news. Compare that to the airline industry. A stalled rumor from last year about a potential merger between United and Delta recently resurfaced, and that alone sent both stocks up nearly 4% pre-market. This suggests a specific market priority. Investors frequently value potential structural shifts over technical successes that have already been delivered. All of the flashing tickers from Monday map back to three distinct forces altering the mechanics of global capital. The first force is geopolitics. The era of frictionless global free trade is being replaced by national interest. This chart shows the recent quarterly performance of Shein. They swung from a $395 million profit to a $99 million loss in just 3 months. That $250 million reversal happened because the U.S. government removed a specific tariff exemption for small international packages. One policy change erased years of margin growth. We see the same pressure in the semiconductor space. Apple is currently lobbying the administration to allow them to use Chinese-made memory chips in devices sold outside the United States. MICRON is fighting back, warning that such a move would compromise domestic production. This tug-of-war caused Micron stock to drop 7% on Friday, before it regained 2% this morning. In this environment, government regulation and national borders are becoming the primary gatekeepers of corporate profit. These geopolitical divisions are fueling our second force, the sovereign AI arms race. China is accelerating its push for domestic self-reliance, leading to the high-profile debut of CXMT on the Shanghai Exchange. The chart for this IPO is vertical. CXMT surged 466% on its first day, reaching a valuation of $488 billion. It is the second largest public offering in Chinese history. But these valuations are sensitive to more than just data. DeepSeek, a major Chinese AI player, had to pause a $1.48 billion funding round after comments from its founder went viral. The cost of competition is now so high that Nvidia is in talks to bypass traditional banks and directly guarantee $250 billion in financing for OpenAI. This capital would fund a 10-gigawatt data center in Ohio, securing a long-term pipeline for Nvidia's own chips. The competition for AI dominance has moved past the era of software startups and into an infrastructure war that requires capital on a national scale. As infrastructure costs and regulatory hurdles rise, companies face a third force, the necessity of scale. Yet, the threat of government intervention is actively stalling these deals. Paramount recently delayed its merger with Warner Bros. Discovery until 2027 to avoid an antitrust trial. That delay triggered penalty fees for shareholders, and Paramount stock fell 3% as a result. Even the attempt to consolidate now carries high financial risk. This risk is why investors responded so strongly to the United and Delta rumors. In an industry defined by high overhead, the market views size as the only reliable defense. AstraZeneca is currently demonstrating the benefits of this strategy. Their expansive, integrated drug pipelines allowed them to significantly exceed market expectations this quarter. This report shows a 21% earnings gate, with a profit of $2.63 per share, driven by high demand for oncology treatments. The modern economy is increasingly hostile to mid-sized players. Success now requires either building a global behemoth or facing the rising costs of business alone. These corporate movers are not isolated events. They are connected. The landscape of global trade is shifting toward protected markets and high-capital AI grids. If you want to track these shifts as they happen, like this video, share it with your investing group, and subscribe to The Explainer for daily updates. The numbers on your screen are the real-time record of a geopolitical chess match. See you at the closing bell.